Hello, and we are going to be looking at some things you missed from my short film, The Jewel Sisters Emerald Takes Flight.
You can do it! This is way cooler than tag!
Whoa there!
I'm going to go frame by frame, shot by shot, and I'm going to show you some things that you might have missed. Obviously, there's a lot of lore and world building to this story that I haven't really told anyone on YouTube about, so that'll be saved for another video, which will explain a lot more about the story and the world and the design and all the things. But for now, let's just take a look-see at some things you might have missed. Alright, so opening shot. This is Christopolis. And the city below is also a floating island in the sky. It doesn't quite reveal that, but it is a floating island. And then the little island on top of the city is Christopolis Boarding School, where the story takes place. And that's where all the children go to get educated. And then the city below prospers at the same time. This is the school courtyard, and these are faculty members walking towards orientation. It's very important that you notice that they are there and there's no students around because everybody is already in the auditorium because they can't get in trouble for being late. And if you've seen the film already, I hope you already have, there's an extra credit scene. And to give a little context of something you missed, there's a security camera right here. And this kind of hints at the fact that people are watching and surveillance is being had. The ducks are a metaphor for Emerald and her friends. So the little siblings like jump in the water because they have their powers or whatever, they can fly, they're not afraid. But Emerald's afraid, and she's afraid of her power, she's afraid of not being able to measure up. And later on the mom will push her in, and it'll be a sign that she just needed a push, and it could be a higher force that, you know, creates that circumstance where she's given a push. I'm a Christian, so I always believe that, you know, God is orchestrating the circumstances and events that are happening, and he sometimes puts challenges and struggles in our way to push us forward to grow as people. So here's the auditorium hall, and they are having their midterm orientation. So it's a trimester school, so they have like every term they have a ranking assembly, and so the school basically has 5 ranks, and these ranks are your status quo basically. And if you are rank 5, you are the top of the charts. Your powers are really strong, you're super talented, you're super smart, but most importantly, your powers are strong. That's really what matters. And there's only 2 students who are rank 5, and that is Diamond and Diamond, these 2 diamonds that are giving the speech. Technically Diamond and Eamon, her partner, and also student body vice president. She is the student body president. So the screen shows the student ranking and all that. She's giving her little speech. And this is Eamon, and again they're rank 5. You can see on their uniforms that there are 5 stripes, which signify that they are rank 5. And here we have some background characters that you might have missed. So obviously this is Onyx, this is Peridot, this is Aquamarine, and then this is Pearl in the front, and these are all Jewel Sisters characters that already exist in the universe. And then the rest are actually either side characters or they are crew personas. So each of our crew members drew themselves as Jewel Sister characters. So this one right here, she was an animator on the team. This is our background painter. This is my producer / animator, and back here's another animator, and back here's another animator. So everybody got a little sneak peek, but obviously not everybody was able to make it in, and I wish I could. I kind of oriented it based on like whose hair color and skin tone would look good like next to each other, because I want to create balance. I don't want everybody to look the same. So yeah, and this girl back here, this is Pink Sapphire, and she's also in the friend group with Aquamarine, Peridot, Onyx. But she's just further back, maybe because she got shoved behind. I don't know. But she is also in that friend group. Yeah, Aquamarine doesn't really want to be there. She doesn't really want to listen. Peridot is kind of the doormat and kind of goes along with whatever. And then we pan up to the sky, and this is the secret sky island that the characters play on when they want to escape the school. And so this is out of school bounds. This is far away in the sky. These clouds, there's a big storm that surrounds the island in Christopolis. This island has gemstones on it. Each one signifies a different character. Obviously we have emeralds, amethyst, topaz, opal, zircon, sapphire, and diamond. There's more gemstones. They would be on the other side. And then there's a dragon on the side of the island as well, which we see a little bit better in the next shot. And there's more gemstones on the island here. The dragon, there's lore behind that. The dragon, basically there's mythology that this dragon prowls the skies, and when he smells negative or evil magic, he gets hungry and wants to eat that evil magic and basically purify the earth from evil. And so yeah, I won't say much more, but that's kind of the dragon. There's a glider here, and this is the same glider and that Amethyst is able to create with her powers later on in the film. All the characters have their own abilities. Topaz is really athletic and clumsy, and Opal's very flashy and like theater kid. The attention is on me, like look at me. And then Amethyst is very much the older sister figure. Each of them have their own like gemstone styles in the way that I designed their crystals. They are all different. And I have like a magic guide, I can put it right here, of what that looks like. And there's these white pillars on the island, and these are ruins. So this island was obviously a part of something bigger. It broke off from somewhere, and there used to be something on top of it, but we don't know what. And there's these pillars here, and this tree with a gemstone. We have no idea what it means. This is terrifying, hanging off of the edge this close and using her powers, but yeah, so Emerald is rank 1 because you can see her skirt only has one stripe. She struggles to use her powers, it doesn't work. And her friends are all rank 2 because they have 2 stripes and they're in the sky, obviously using their powers, so they have things under control, but she doesn't, and she feels bad about herself. But they want to play. So here you can see these little markings on the tree, and you'll see more of them in just a second too. Right here. So these are just little carvings on the trees from when the friends would play here at other times, you know? So like, I don't know, they would just draw on the tree as you do as a kid. This A plus J is Amethyst and Jet's initials because Amethyst is the one in the group who has a boyfriend, so they snuck off here obviously together. This gemstone is the same color as Emerald's eyes. It's mostly because we needed a palette for it, and Emerald was in these shots and we're like, okay, we'll just use her eyes, but the gem's pink anyways. But it may have a connection to Emerald in some way, shape, or form. I don't know if you noticed, but Emerald's powers are more pop rocky. The others are like sparkles and glitters, and then hers are pop rocks and like little round bubbly flashes, as you can see here. I love this shot. It was really fun to animate that expression. Yeah, this shot was terrifying to animate because I was like, that's my worst fear, falling into a storm like that. Are you kidding? That's terrifying. I don't like that. Yeah, that was really fun. Love these. So these gemstone shards are what the lightning is attracted to, or the energy is created from. Fun fact about the storm and the clouds that surround Christopolis and just the storm in general, these aren't rain clouds. These are shard clouds because they are made out of crystal dust. I didn't really convey that as much as I wanted to in the film, but that is why they're able to later run on the clouds and create a glider out of nothing, because the clouds are made of gemstone shards. And yeah, that's the little lightning flashes, that's the electricity, that's why there's no rain, because it is all dust in the sky. This was referenced from Weathering with You. You might have caught on to that, but I love that shot from Weathering with You where they're just like tiny and falling beneath the storm. Chef's kiss. This is my favorite shot in the film, and I'm really happy with how it came out. It's so beautiful. I love it. This was animated by my producer, and she's very proud of it. She's really good at animating hands, which is why I gave her this shot. This is probably my favorite shot compositionally in the film. I just love this background and the little islands, and I love how they look too. They're really cute. So this scene might have been a little confusing to some people, but basically, like, her friends are using their powers. So they're like trying to help Emerald out here. Like, all of them want to get out of here. And they know that they could easily get out without her. But the point is that they want her to help. They want to give her a chance to show her skills and to use her little sparks to help them. So she really, really helps with that. And so by her friends believing in her, her magical sparks catapult them above the storm. I like this shot too. And something unique about Emerald's powers is that there's like a green cloud with it. You notice the green cloud underneath. It's like a little dust storm. Then they launch out of the clouds. I love how Topaz tumbles. I think that's really cute. This shot is based off of the very first sketch I did for the film, which I have. This is the sketch that inspired this shot, and I drew this while I was in Japan, when I was just starting to redo the story and rewrite the story. And this I did in a little cafe, and there's even storyboards on the back for the film, because this was a part of a little throwaway sketchbook that I used. This shot was inspired by that. So this is probably one of the first shots that came to mind when I wanted to create this film. This shot was complicated because we changed it from the storyboards. Originally, Amethyst was just going to like create the glider like straight on, and then the camera would zoom out and all of them would be on it, and we did not plan for the spinniness, but my producer Emma was ambitious, and so she decided to animate the camera turning around them, which was wild, and we somehow executed it. I think this was the most challenging shot that we did, for sure. As you can see, there's no students here because everybody's inside orientation still. They're sneaking back on, but the security camera is right there, so they could see them anyways. And Emerald looks back at the island because, I don't know, something's a mystery about that tree, and something's a mystery about that island. And where did the tree come from? Why did it explode? Emerald trips on her powers, basically. They kind of spark. And here, the mama duck pushes the baby in. I didn't know what the subtitle of the film should be, but I knew it needed a subtitle because all I had at the time was proof of concept or short film. But I don't want to give the impression that this is a one-off thing. Like, this is just a little, like, mini episode of a bigger story. So that's why it's called Emerald Takes Flight. Some people were confused why this was there. And it's just a part of the glitch effect. It's fine. It's fine. So, extra credit scene. I voiced the female faculty member. That was the only way I was able to keep it a secret from everybody. I didn't want to just like cast another character. And then my boyfriend was the male faculty member. So, yeah, that was the only way we were able to keep it a secret. So, yeah, and just a little bit of lore on the screens and stuff. So you can see all their ranks listed, and then at the bottom you see Zircon is crossed out. And why is she crossed out? Well, that's more about another story. But first of all, yes, the faculty members are watching the students, and they are keeping close eyes. There's no hiding at this school, and they're very much just interested in your power. So that's kind of the motive here. And so Zircon was expelled, and that is a plot line that gets touched upon in the pilot episode, which I have written, but it's a secret. But yes, Zircon used to be there and present, but she got expelled because she knows something she's not supposed to. And really quick, some design things you might have missed. Emerald's the shortest, Opal is the tallest in the group. And something about Topaz too is that she has 2 different colored eyes with a scar. There is a reason for that, and that's like a world building aspect. But basically this yellow eye is fake. It's like, yeah, it's a fake eye, basically. If you've seen the Say So animation meme, you'll know that Opal's hair changes colors. So originally it was only going to be rainbow during the night, and then it was going to be white during the day. But now her hair is rainbow during the day because of the light reflecting off of it, and then at night it turns white because of the light of the moon. Since you can't see Diamond's full design in the film, here's what her full outfit looks like. She's sporting something different than the main cast of girls. She has a jacket with stripes on it, and then the middle part of her skirt is fully like enclosed. The other ones have shorts underneath their skirts, but she just has like a full princessy skirt. And here's what Eamon's full design looks like. And the reason that I did a sheet for him was so that way we had reference for other male uniforms. And my favorite part of the male uniforms is this little like flowy flap, or this like slit that shows the pleats and then the rank that they have. But yeah, this is his look. Here's a full look at Onyx as well. She is rank 3, which is 1 rank above the others. So yeah, that's what her little gemstone magic looks like. And the background characters, their little sketches too. You know, I feel like each of them could be a fruit in some way, like Emerald's like a vegetable. Maybe she's like a green onion, you know, like the little like the green leaf part of the onion, and then Amethyst is like a grape, I guess, or maybe like a raspberry. Or grape, maybe a grape. And then Topaz is definitely like an orange slice. And then Opal, I don't really know what she would be. Like sherbet ice cream, like a smoothie maybe. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you are left feeling even more curious about this world. And if you haven't watched the film already, I'll have it up here. And if you want to see more development artwork, be sure to visit the Jewel Sisters Instagram, link in the description, and follow that just for more regular updates than on YouTube. And the best way to support me in the project would be to like and subscribe and follow the content. And also I have a Ko-Fi where you can buy merchandise of the Jewel Sisters, as well as read my pilot comic, or just make a generous donation to support me as a freelance artist. and wanting to make a story like this happen. So I'll see you all in the next one. Toodles!